Put this.
All right, are we live? Are we live? Okay. Yes, we are. Can everybody hear me? Am I heard? Am I heard all across the YouTube, Twitter, Facebook? Well, I'm not on Twitter, but hey, I like saying Twitter. But nevertheless, guess what, y'all? We are live. Give us our checks. Give us our Corona checks. Trump, cut the check. Can you hear me? Cut the check,
Yeah.
Trump.
Right now,
Trump,
cut the check.
the check.
We want our stimulus.
Give us our stimulus. Give me the stimulus. Give me the stimulus. But but because I don't think the Democrats gonna do it. So
Right?
because they cheat. But anyway, so nevertheless, greetings, everybody, and of course I have here Sister Angel. Is it this way? It's this way. Okay, yes, this way. I have you right here. Look at
Hey,
the
I'm so happy
logo.
to be back on hanging out with Dr. Amira. Thank you for having me. I always love coming on the Dr. Amira show.
That's right. You tell them. They don't understand. They don't understand. We try to become what they say 1,000 years.
Yeah.
On this.
I'm a tweet this out and see if we get some more people in here. Let them know we are live. Sometimes it take a little while. YouTube is taking a while to let people know when we are going
like
live.
that. Is that right? Exactly. It seems like it, doesn't it?
Exactly. Let me tweet this out. Let them know we are live.
You know what I didn't even do today? Huh. Oh man, I'm falling off. Wait a minute. I gotta do something real quick. While you tweeting, I gotta do my intro. Hold on. We gotta do the intro.
Let's do the
You're watching Dr. Amira Sankofa. #DRASK. #Queen of Weirdos.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with a natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kwali here at Ask Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.ask314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. No Michelle.
All right, we are back. Finally, shoot. Can y'all hear me on this thing right here? Can you hear me? Hello, where are we going to? Mr. Angel, I thought about us that one day when we had a sing-a-thon.
Oh my God!
I said
when you're eating those pepper bars,
cinnamon sticks. I thought about that. I thought about you, Sister Angel, when I first got this mic. I said I'm gonna come on this thing and I'm gonna sing. I said I was gonna sing.
Yeah, sing something. Sing a song.
Sing it loud. Make it clear. I forgot the words. Whatever. Make it some. Give me some money.
Hey, that mic sounds good. What kind of mic is that, sis?
Okay, well, this is. Oh, let me show you.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about the
mic. I'm supposed to have like a little thing around here, but I left the little silver thing bar that keeps up the little spit jar thing.
Nice.
This is a Zills sound mic. This was like $30-something, close to
Not
40.
Bad. Sounds great.
What you think? And it came with these attractions, guys. So if you
Wow.
wanna, and it came with this one too. But I had to buy one of these things, one of these jacks to hook up to the
Hey,
computer.
Crystal
Lord, Lord.
76, good to see you. Oh, Crystal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah.
So I had to hook that up. So yeah.
Right, right.
Oop. Oh, wait till my other lights come in. Wait a minute, let me do it.
That's right.
Wait a minute, let me go. Me. Okay. Crystal,
She said,
how,
me.
how's it going? Let me just talk to you. No, I was like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
weird. Though. Is it better like this? Hello? It just looks dumb to have this big
yeah,
old white stuff. It looks better right here. Okay. All right. We're going to go with
yeah.
this. All right, let me show you something else it does. Let me show
Okay,
you something
okay.
else. Hi.
Oh, how cool.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Because I wonder who you are. I wonder what you're doing.
That is so cool.
Aquaman.
That's nice. What other effects? Does it have any other effects?
Nope, that's it.
But that's cool. I like that. Hey, I
Now, that's
like
it.
that.
Now, you ain't getting that much for 40, 30 to 40 something dollars. Now, we be lucky. We lucky and
Right?
did that. You know?
That is too cool. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, I hope everyone is excited for us to talk about this little chick flick. Because that's
Yeah, yeah.
exactly what it was. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, this is such a chick flick.
Yeah, we could talk about this. You
But
know, yeah.
what's your thoughts? Okay, no, you okay. So tell them, do your whole rendition about the
Oh, okay,
movie. You
okay,
know
okay.
how we do.
Right. Well, anyway, welcome you guys, and tweet this out if you have Twitter, or put on your Facebook page so we can get some people in here that want to just have a chit chat. Because regardless if you're married or whatever, you can remember before you got married, the dating scene, what it's like. This movie is really cool. Thank you so much, Dr. Amira, for letting me know about it. It's called Holidate. Okay, Holidate. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what the movie is about, real short. It's let's see here. Uh, Fed up with being single on holidays, two strangers agree to be each other's platonic plus ones all year long, only to catch real feelings along the way. The stars of this movie is Emma Roberts, Luke Bracey, Kristen Shaywave, and what they're talking about here, family, is when you find yourself always being single, and you're like, okay, I'm cool about being single, but on Christmas time, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Valentine's Day, I'm sick of being by myself. So they have this thing called holiday, right? Go ahead,
Right.
Dr. Mary. Jump on in from there.
So this chick, she's kind of like well, anyway, she just broke up with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend just dumped her. Let's just keep it real. Let me make sure. Anyway, she just broke up with her boyfriend, right?
Right.
So her boyfriend was like, oh my God, she broke up with him. And of course, when you break up with somebody, my mother has tried to set me up with people, but oh my God, please. That was so horrible. But that's another story. That's another conversation that we'll have at another time. But
Yes.
nevertheless, so her mother's trying to set up where everybody, her family's trying to set up on this blind date because everybody's pretty much coupled up. Her sister's married, her brother has a girlfriend, and he's about to get engaged on the holiday of the year, Christmas.
Right.
Mostly everybody get engaged on Christmas. I remember with my first marriage, my ex-husband asked me to marry him on Christmas. I should have said hell no, but that's another. Red. I'm just playing.
Right. No, you ain't.
Real. Anyway,
Right.
I should have ran on that first thing smoking. But anyway,
Run.
so nevertheless, so everybody's trying to set her up. She's kind of like whatever, she doesn't really dress up. She works from home. So of course she wears pajamas. Her boss doesn't care. You know what I mean? She'll wear like jogging pants and suits. So she really doesn't have anything to really get dressed up for in her way of thinking. Right.
That's right.
And so from there, she goes to the mall and she sees this guy, and they kind of start well, she's trying to return her silly gifts that her sister got her these pajamas that are like extra large, okay, and she could
Right,
not
right.
wear them.
That was funny.
Meanwhile, this guy that she's going to meet in a minute, right? He goes to this girl's house, and her, of course, her family is one of those families that wears little ugly Christmas sweaters. They're so excited. They're like, "Oh my God!" And he was like, "This is just casual, right?" And of course, he
Right.
got this Australian accent, or Australian Irish accent, like, right? And so he goes, I don't know. I don't even remember. I was watching it, but I don't recall what
Right.
accent he had. My accents are horrible. My UK, you should hear it. Accent, teleho. But anyway,
Right.
so he goes,
Anyhow.
teleho. A little bit. Anyway, so he goes, and so he goes to this girl's house, and she's like, "It's just casual, right?" And
Right.
she's like, "Yeah." Of course, she goes in. The family's like, "Oh my God, we heard so much about you. We saw the pictures that you guys." He said, "Pictures?" He was like, "Oh, what are these kind of girls?" So of course her mom takes her up in her room, and she has all these dolls. Y'all should see it. She has all these dolls, all her little homecoming princess
Yeah.
rings, all these different things that she won in life. And she says, like, "Look, this is what she won, and she has aspired to be this great," and yada yada yada. And she said, "Well, we don't mind you guys sleeping in the room if you want to." And he's looking at her mama like, "What?" And so of course she leaves out the room, and she does some things to him that we won't mention here on the
Okay.
YouTube streets, because Sister Angel is what is the word? Christian. Not that she don't understand about things like that, but out of respect for her and her wonderful husband, I won't get vulgar with it, because I'm not. Let's just say they did the wham damn dicky dinky
Okay.
bang dang.
Yeah.
They did what grown folks do, and she did some extra grown folks activity in her own bedroom with her
man.
parents in the other area of the house. And of course, he was trying to break over her and leave the whole time, because it's getting weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. And of
Wow.
course, he can't leave because she gave him a nice happiness, love you long time type of thing with her mouthpiece, so to speak.
Right.
So of course he doesn't leave. So
Right.
he's like, "Okay, well, I'll stay." And then the next day they wake up or whatever, something to that effect. And he's looking at her, she's looking at him, and she bought him these golf pants, right? Because he's a
Yeah.
professional golf
The
player.
khakis.
Right,
Them
these
khakis.
khakis. What do you call them? A cacucucus. Somebody called it something. We didn't call it a khaki. He didn't pronounce it correctly. It was hilarious. So he goes, talking to her, and he sees that she has a gift. He doesn't have a gift because he said they had agreed not to have the gift. And of course, her parents looking at him like, you scoundrel. Why don't you have a gift? You know what I'm saying, Sister Angel? You people for Christmas. And he just comes empty-handed, buried on gifts. I mean, the least you could have done was come with the gifts, right?
Exactly.
So from there, of course, he looking like a fool. So he's like, "Well, I got $40." She's like, she's like, "Well, how about, that was hilarious." She's
And
like,
they're
"Well, how about?"
they're all sitting there with their old ugly sweaters, and
Right.
this is sad right in front of her parents, right? You
Right.
got this guy that, and I don't know if you guys experienced being in a situation where you're with somebody that didn't bring a gift. It's just like, who does that? I mean, even
You
if you
could at
got a,
least brought a ham or something. I said, he could at least picked it up and say, "Hey, I got your gift. It just didn't arrive yet. But I
right,
got some of your gift. Here's this $40 in my pocket, and I was going to take you out to such and such." I mean, he could have faked it off in front of her parents, but nevertheless, she's bargaining for her gift. She's like, $40? $40? So she said, "Well, how about I take 80? Call it a day." Jeez, what the heck is this? And so she's like, but I gave you sex. I had sex with you. We made love. And you can't even get me a gift. And her parents like, oh my God, I'm appalled. I am appalled. And so she is heated. And so finally he just gets upset. He's like, you know what? I done had it. He takes off the ugly sweater, throws it, flings it, but he takes the 3 pairs of khaki jeans, right? So of course he's at the mall all the time because he works there. So of course he meets the girl finally, and her name is Emma Roberts. Okay, y'all. So that's Julia Roberts' niece. Just in case you guys didn't know that. Okay. And what else? She's actually the daughter of what is his name? Is it Eric Roberts? Eric Roberts' daughter, if I remember correctly. Julia Roberts' brother. So of course they go to this. So she's in the line. They're at I don't know. They're at some kind of one of those Old Navy type of stores, right at the mall. Right. So they're like, hey, we're in line. We're trying to purchase this. They're trying to do an exchange, get cash or whatever. Of course, they're going to only give you store credit. And of course, she's like, I don't want store credit. I don't wear this stuff here. And then he's in line. And then they're kind of arguing back and forth. And this lady in back of them, she's really strange and awkward and weird. I mean, weirder than I am. And y'all know I'm weird, right? So I really am. But she's like more weird than I am. First of all, she has a tattoo of what is that one guy that got caught sexually harassing those women and got fired up off one of these news networks.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his name right now. But nevertheless, she has a tattoo of him on her body, and she raised her shirt. She said, well, I give you $40 for it and a coupon because she worked somewhere. And then they're like, what? And they was like, well, they start bargaining with her. Nevertheless, they went ahead and took up on the deal. They went from there, smash, and then they started kind of talking from there. And then he was like, well, I got you this pretzels. So what's up? You know what I mean? So they talking and whatever. And he's like, I don't eat that junk food. And she's just eating. She's like, what's wrong with it? It's all good for me. She said, you only live once, So she's chonking away at this stuff. And they're talking about the holidays. And, she's telling about her ex-boyfriend and how all these things happen. And, how horrible her freaking life
I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So she's talking about how freaking horrible her life is and how they're going through all of these changes and how difficult it is. Okay. And so from there, they're like, well, what the heck is going on? So they decide to do what her aunt told her, which is her mom's sister, is called a Holidate. Okay. So the Holidate is you just to have no commitment, no strings tied to it, nothing. And you just get with this particular person. Y'all go out on this date for the holiday seasons. You only call them around the holiday seasons. Her aunt did this with different men, though. It wasn't just like with one man. She basically, and they made an agreement till further notice. That was one of the rules, that they're basically no sex, no intimacy, no nothing. They just chill. They just go together on holidays, so people won't keep setting them up on these awkward and weird dates and blind dates and all this weird carrying on, right? So y'all could understand that. Wouldn't that be great? And I know a lot of y'all, especially the ones in hello, Tony. Hello, how's it going? Tony T. So, of course, it's like this weird scenario where these folks is kicking it and they're going on these dates. So finally, we get to a holiday, and I think it was Thanksgiving, maybe. No, it was Valentine's Day. So of course, no, it was not Valentine's Day. Oh, Valentine's Day, she actually ran into her ex, and remember, at the mall. And so she, of course, is in her pajamas looking crazy, and she bumps into, just imagine bumping into you all's ex and you're looking crazy. You got on your pajamas, your hair not combed. She didn't look like she brushed her teeth that day, okay? She was just looking crazy, okay? So she runs into her ex, and he's with this this little hot little number, So when you usually run to your ex, you would like to look. Now, I don't really give a damn. However, in her particular case, she wanted to somewhat look, presentable. But unfortunately, guys, she was looking a funky tail mess, in meeting her ex. Okay. So of course, so she looking crazy. And so he sees her out the window and she's cringing, eating all these chocolate stuff in her face. And this is on Valentine's Day, of course. And that's the worst. I guess I don't celebrate holidays, so it doesn't matter to me. But for most of you guys that celebrate holidays, so you can imagine that is the most horrible thing that you could even think about experiencing, to run into your ex on this particular day. Okay? So it's nuts. So he comes in and he saves the day and he does the whole, hey, baby, how you doing? I was up in Victoria's Secret getting ready to pick something out for you. And of course, he has a different type of language. Not language, but he has a different accent. So, of course, that's supposed to be sexy. Well, I do. Okay, let's be honest. I do find the African, any type of person that speaks any type of different language from Africa, the UK, France, let's see where else. And any island. So if it's like Jamaica or the Virgin Islands, I think it does sound a little sexy. Now let's just be honest. Let me get up to the mic and tell y'all how sexy that is. That's so sexy. So boom. So of course, she is looking crazy, y'all. And so this model is all like, and she's younger, okay? So she's younger. They always get these younger ones. Don't make you feel bad. So she set up her looking crazy. But anyway, nevertheless, the girl starts looking at him like, ooh, okay. And he's like looking like Emma. I mean, whatever her name was. I forgot what her name was, but so anyway, they leave out and he's like, look, I saved you. Why didn't you call me? This was day. And she was just like, I didn't want to do it. Oh, what I forgot to tell you all, they did go out on New Year's Eve and it was just crazy. They tried to do the whole Patrick Swayze dance. So that was hilarious. And she fell because the dress fell. Okay. But okay, let me fast forward. Okay. So let me continue. So from there, what had ended up happening is she goes to this whole little thing where she's just kind of talking to him and she's like, look, let's just meet up for Easter because I already know. No, they met up for St. Patrick's Day. So they went out for St. Patrick's Day and they're having these drinks, getting drunk and smashed. And, holidays, it's a holiday, right? So they're chilling in the bar. And so she runs into her brother's girlfriend, now her fiance, her brother's fiance, and her sister. And she's like, oh my God, now I got to explain this situation. And so, of course, she just tells her family, hey, this is what it is. She explains who he is to her. They're talking and they're going from there. And she's like, really? That's weird. So, of course, the sister's going to talk crazy to her because, like I said, the sister is the same sister that gave her the real big old pajamas and told her how she sucks, basically. And her mom tells her how she sucks or what have you. So, of course, so come Easter time, the mom is already well informed about this particular relationship or situationship that she's having with this guy. And so, of course, they go to this, the Easter, they have like an Easter hunt. Of course, what I didn't tell you all, the aunt is something else, y'all. Y'all got to check out the aunt. The aunt is hilarious. And I can't recall, I forgot what her name is, but she plays in a lot of stuff, okay? One of the things that I saw the aunt on, and I'm giving you spoilers, by the way. One of the things I saw that I remember the aunt in, she played on an episode of Frasier, and she was like she was trying to become his like agent, and he was like trying to run from her, and she has this little real squeaky little voice, and I'm telling you guys that it was hilarious. And she talks in a little squeaky voice, and she basically every holiday the aunt brings a different guy. So the mom, of course, tries to set her up. Oh, by the way, her mom does call her while she's at work on FaceTime. And she tried to call her with this one particular doctor. And this doctor, I guess he's attractive, I guess by maybe y'all standards or whatever. I don't really know. But So she tries to set her up with this doctor originally, and she just kind of played him off and got off the line with me. Because number one, she was at work, and her mom, the whole, y'all know y'all ever have a mother like that? Because my mother was like that. I remember one time when I broke up with someone, my mother tried to set me up with this guy, and I swear that guy was, I don't think he was on this, I think he liked the same team. I was like, Mama, can't you tell this guy is like not into women? He don't like girls, Mama. I think this guy likes boys, but whatever. And she's like, no, he all right. No, he is not. Sister, I had to look at my mama and say, sister, he is not for me. Okay? Back up. Anyway, that's another story. So from there, this joker, so her aunt, okay, from every, like I said, she has a different guy every situation, and she's one of those aunts. I don't know if y'all have an aunt that does ting too much, that will have no shame or no scruples, and she'll just kiss you and tongue you down in front of everybody. She'll raise up her skirt, go, woo! She one of them kind of aunts. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody got an aunt like that or two. I'm just now finding I have nephews, so maybe I could be that aunt for them. No, I'm just kidding. Wink, wink, wink. Anyway, so of course it's Easter, so of course she invites this guy with her to the Easter situation. Of course, her mom's a little jerk. Her mom always make these comments like, "What's your intention with my daughter? Why are you wasting her time?" And of course, she's gonna play games with her mother and say crazy things to her and just make her, squirm. But her mother doesn't squirm a lick because, again, she has the sister. Her sister's just like her daughter. You know what I mean? They're kind of the same people. You know what I mean? And so, of course, from there, once that had happened, the doctor shows up. So the doctor's there. He's playing Easter Bunny. And then the guy's like, you should think about what's wrong with him. He's a good guy. You should consider dating him. And she's like, no. Are you kidding me? My mother set me up with him. She didn't want him, okay? It was awkward. Now, who in the hell likes to be set up? I know I don't, but I need to set one of my sons up. But anyway, if any of your ladies are single and really like to get down, I do have a son that's available for you. I have one son. The other son is very much taken, but I have one son that will be available to you ladies. No, I'm just kidding. No, he wouldn't let me do that anyway. I'm just kidding. Just jokes. Jokey. I'm joking. Anyway, so from there, they go to this. So they go, and she's kind of looking at him. The doctor's kind of real flirty with her, kind of feeling her, but she's not feeling him. And so from there again, then there's Mother's Day. She invites him out to Mother's Day, and of course, she's like, well, why don't y'all just have sex already? You got to try it if you like it. And her mother gives her this euphemism about how, try something if you, get back on the horse and yada, yada, yada. Her mama's even trying to, just for God's sakes, have sex with this guy. Just have sex with him and get it over with. You might like it, And so, boom. Okay, so what I didn't tell y'all, going back to the St. Patrick's Day situation, was also the fact that they got really toasted. No, Cinco de Mayo Day. That's what happened. The Cinco de Mayo Day, they had gotten really toasted because they even did that holiday together, okay? And they went to this Day of the Dead, Cinco de Mayo Day. Cinco de Mayo Day, I'm sorry. And they did this whole drinking thing, and she got so drunk, they both did, and she wound up with his underwear on. He was laid out on the couch, and she was on the floor, and they didn't even know if they had, intercourse or anything like that. So that's funny within itself. I mean, her underwear was on top of the ceiling fan and everything. Hilarious, y'all will laugh at this movie, okay? First of all, so from there was Mother's Day. I already explained to you what happened to Mother's Day. They was at a country club with her mother, and her mother was trying to get them to have sex. It was just really weird. And her mother always burns stuff up, though. So by the way, you laugh at that. She's always burning food up, always. So of course, her aunt got someone else. So finally, the next another holiday I think was they did 4th of July. So 4th of July he blew off his hand. So the whole family's there. He blew off his finger, one of his middle finger, as a matter of fact. And so and remember I told you he was a professional golfer. So of course they had to it was a lot of hilarious things that happened with that. First of all, her driver's license had expired. And so she's running in this stuff. She's really nervous. And of course, her aunt brought this other guy. He's like a Cheech and Chong type of dude. He smokes the bozo. He's just getting high in the back. And so they got everybody to get high and everything. And keep in mind that the brother's fiance is not really into that, but they like coerced her into doing it. And of course she had the munchies and she's eating like a rabbit, Sam, sausage needle head. And finally they're trying to get her to use vulgar language because she's not really like that. Okay. So then when they, so from there, they wind up having to go to, I think it was Halloween. I can't recall if the wedding was before. Hi, do you remember? Okay, now you take it from her. Do you remember if the wedding was before the Halloween thing or not?
Oh, let me think. Oh, good question. The wedding was before.
I think it was after.
I think it was after. I think it was after too.
It was after. Yes, it was. It was after.
But thank you guys for waiting. Sorry, I had to jump off for a second. But anyway, it was awesome. The movie, I really liked the movie. The movie might seem a little slow, right? But we all can relate. Well, I can't say we all, but I can relate to being that person that didn't have nobody for Christmas or Valentine's, or I was that solo. I'm going solo. And as you start getting up in age, you want to have that person. Your mom's is like, are you ever going to get with somebody, right? So this movie, I really enjoyed watching the interactions because we have to admit these two people were prideful. They didn't want to tell their true feelings. And it caused them more pain and grief of having an opportunity to really be in a relationship, right? Because you can see them slowly starting to fall for each other in this movie, right? Even though their agreement was, just meeting each other for different holidays, right?
But all the holidays, they're supposed to be each other's date until something comes up. Until I guess one of them falls in love, get into another relationship, or they get another actual date, or whatever the case is. Right. But I'm telling you that from there, once they went to the I remember once they went to the this was before the wedding. Okay, yeah. So what happened was
the sugar left says that's me now, Lo. I feel you, sis.
So what happened was during the wedding time, I'm gonna have to watch this. Yes, please watch it. Crystal, please watch it. So after the wedding, so before the wedding, they had this New Year's Eve thing, and of course, so he has this black friend, and the black friend, he's in and out of the movie, and he wears his Panther uniform or Panther outfit, but not Black Panther, but a Black Panther. And so he was like, "See what area I was going with? No, sir, you're just a black bear. Okay, you look crazy." But nevertheless, so her sister wound up kissing him. But her sister's married though. Now I told you all that. So from there, of course, she gets like really drunk or whatever. And so her sister invites her ex, at this Halloween party. And come to find out, guess what, y'all? The girlfriend, her ex-boyfriend's fiance is now pregnant. Boom! Wow. And so she's like, she is depressed. She's ready to get the hell out of there. She's like, I got to go. Let me hightail it out of there. She was running. She was just running. Yeah. And he was like, wait a minute, I'll take her home. The sister offered. She's like, no, I got her. So she takes her home.
That's right.
And her aunt, of course, has somebody else, some other dude. I don't even remember who she brought. Right. And anyway, so her aunt asked her sister, say, well, hey, do you have any headache, stuff for a headache? She's like, yeah. So she went in her pocket, pulled out a laxatives.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was
So
oh.
she got into the elevator. Oh, I've been there before. I'm not gonna lie. And she sat in the
Yeah.
elevator. She's like, oh, how you still go here? You didn't go like this, and you don't think nobody heard you, and you feel it. I know how she felt.
Oh
She
man.
felt it
I
right up.
hate that
She might have
feeling.
felt right by her drawers.
Oh
I bet.
man.
She was like, and she was like, she's like, go, please, go. She's like, and he was trying.
She had that tight
corset. And she had
costume
a
on.
corset. She had a corset on because he
Yeah.
picked out their outfit. So she's supposed to be like the slutty whore or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, and so y'all, the children in the movie are hilarious too. They curse.
Yeah.
So, so he's trying to help her to get the corset off because she has to go to the bathroom. She says, like, please leave. So finally he get it off, and she's like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna be the girl who shits on herself.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
that was horrible, especially with a guy. Oh
right.
My God.
And you just, y'all not like that. You know what I mean? So she gets to the toilet finally, and he
Hey, I'll
takes off.
I'll be right back,
Go ahead.
sis. I gotta take this call. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, no problem. So she comes right back. She flips it off, and of course, guess what, y'all? She has to go to the toilet bowl. So she does her thing, and he comes in there and cleans her off, and yada yada yada. Long story short, they get some bone chicka wong wong. Can you hear me? Can you hear my mic? He laid the down. He said, baby. Come on, y'all sing with me. He said, baby, give me that nook. Hey, give me that nook. Oh. So they said, she's like, I'm yours, you mine, let's do it. And so they was both amazed by the event that they had did, by the ceremony. They commenced the rocking it, right? So from there, she goes up, she looks around, and it's awkward now. You know how it get awkward. It's awkward up in these YouTube streets. You know how you kind of, you and somebody is friends, or y'all supposed to be friends at some point, and when y'all get down to the bone, chicka wong wong, when he says, ooh, yeah, when you see somebody in buff, number one, you see somebody in buff, that's awkward, even if it's nice to look at. The second thing is weird is the fact that, he done already heard you messing on yourself, and he done cleaned all the mess off your little tail. That was awkward number 2. Awkward number 3 is he heard you and done things to you that you have not had done in quite some time. Okay, first of all, because because they going out on all these holidays, so she really didn't have time to date anybody else. So guess what? At this point in time, he was catching feelings, and so was she. So at this point, I think they began to start singing the words of. Can we sing it together? Everybody in the chat room. Love, we love, baby. Let me outgreet y'all today. They in love with the coke. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Anyway, they fell in love. Okay. At that point, they started to realize they was more than friends. So that's when it was really awkward. So it wasn't just a thing where they could, because in the beginning they said no intimacy, and he said how women get attached and yada, 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 and how, that's not him. And then he did go into some parts and talked about how, he kind of got dumped. So he got his heart broken too. So they both had bad experiences, which is why they are the way that they are. And in the beginning, he did tell her when she met him that he was not attracted to her and that she was not his type. Bing. Which he lied. He lied, child. Because that would have been real awkward. Because this scenario would have never worked if he had said I was attracted to you. Okay. So guess what, guys? From there, they wind up at this wedding. It's very awkward now at this point because guess what? Her brother's getting married to his fiance, right? So first of all, the wedding was really weird to begin with. Okay, first of all, the bride's father, they was dancing to I'll make love to you. First of all, they was dancing weird. It really looked awkward. I don't know what kind of situation him and his daughter had, but child, honey, child, bacon cheese, veggie meat, uh, sausage meat, Delo taco. Ma'am, sir, that was very uncomfortable. That was nasty. That was borderline twisted sister. What the hell are y'all doing? It was like incest. Gross. Pause. Anyway, so it was weird. So of course, before that happened, but I had to just point that out to y'all. So I'm giving y'all some things to be careful of when y'all see the movie. That's one of the things that y'all gotta be careful about. Okay. So before that happened, so she winds up. So basically, they both kind of talk each other. First of all, she wouldn't let him stay, and her sister came and announced, after they had sex, that she kissed his best friend, and it's awkward. And so she's like, "Y'all slept together," and he's like, "No," and he leaves out. He said, "You want me to stay?" She's like, "No, go ahead and go." And she basically kicked him out the apartment, so he feels some kind of way. So his friends kind of coaching him on and her sister's coaching her on how to handle, it. Because it's a situation where now both of them are invited to obviously the wedding. Okay, so by them both being invited to her brother's wedding, after they had sex, it was awkward at that point because she's trying to act like, "Oh, I think he's catching feelings." And he's like, "Oh, I think he's catching feelings. I don't want that." Or, "I don't know, she really like me? Does he like me? Does he like, so it's like that whole cat and mouse, circle, yes, no. Do you like me? Yes or no? Shit. Y'all know what it is, okay? It's so annoying. I hate that face. I've always been a woman like, look, I like you. Do you like me? Not with my husband. No, my husband, let me tell you something. My husband, first of all, I got to share this with y'all real quick. This Leo, and it really aggravated me. First of all, he asked me to be his queen. First of all, this was dating, the dating scenario, the dating issue. Okay, I'm like, what? He swear up and down. If you want, one day we're gonna tell the story on live because he swears up and down I was flirting with him. I was not flirting with him. First of all, men are like from Mars and women are from Venus. I'm telling you, it's two different planets, right? So also, let me mention my marriage proposal went like this. Well, I think we should get married. We're going to go. No, he didn't say we think. He said we're going to get married close to July, close to my birthday, which is in August. His birthday, which is in August, and we're gonna get somewhere in July, the middle part of July. All right. Check the times and see when we can get married and find out what they're gonna do. And he calls that me asking to marry me. That is not a marriage proposal, ladies. Is that not? He said that's romance. He said I planned it around the time you moved down here. Sir and ma'am, ladies in the comments, please tell me, and I'm shaming him. I want him to be shamed, but he won't be because he's such a Leo. Anyway, ladies in the comments, please comment and tell me, do you think that is a marriage proposal? Because I sure as hell don't find that a marriage proposal. But guess what he says? He says romance. He said, boom, that's romance, baby. That was not romance, honey. Nowhere near no damn romance. So that sounds like some romance to y'all. Type in a comment. What do you guys think? Do you think that was romance? Because I sure as hell don't. But anyway, let me go on. That's the story of my life. And I call it hashtag surviving a Leo. That's what I call it. But anyway, so from there, these people, first of all, at the wedding, okay, they basically talk each other out of going with each other, okay? She shows up with the doctor. Guess who he show up with?
You got me cracking up over here.
What about my wedding proposal? Type yes or no. Was that romantic or not? Was that romantic? Do you think that was romantic? That was not. Ask your Leo husband.
Yes,
was that romantic? No. I bet you he thought that was not romantic. You're supposed to get on one knee. You're supposed to propose. Right. You're supposed to be like, baby, would you be my wife? He was like, well, look, You was my
Exactly.
wife when I asked you to be my queen. I just didn't officially say it. That is not romantic,
Right. Right.
sir.
No. But hey, Dr. Mel, I want to ask you because my phone's been off the hook. Y'all know my mom's in the hospital.
We know.
So
We
I'm in
understand.
Sacramento. She's in the Bay Area. She's in San Francisco. So they're going to be transporting her. So I got to get down there. But I wanted to ask you from 1 to 5, what would you give this movie? What would you rate it?
5, actually.
All right. All right. I'd probably give it a 5 too. Now, why would you give it a 5?
Because I like first of all, I like to laugh. I needed to laugh.
Yeah.
I laughed my wig. Well, I don't have a wig. I laughed my locks off. Well, so to speak. I mean, but I thought it was hilarious. I like the course of action that they took, and I like the fact that it was like natural. It wasn't forced. I think a lot of times relationships are very forced, and it's like
Right.
when you meet somebody, it's like you forced to kick it with them. It's like
Right.
you're
Right.
obligated. It's not like a natural situation, and that's how my relationship was with my mate. It was straight natural. If I told people how I got with this man, so it kind of reminded me of that, but it wasn't like that. Now
Right.
that was
Right. I hear you.
that was a lot, but I can certainly tell you that it was certainly a it was definitely a 5. And then I like all the actors. It was really great writing.
Right.
I laughed. It was believable. I was convinced. It had a great happy ending. It definitely, we could see what happened at the end. We wasn't left hanging. It wasn't a cliffhanger, and everybody wind up with somebody.
Right. Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I like, I thought it was so funny because of the mother, here she's trying to set her daughter up with all these whack men. And then you got the auntie who's just, doing every time
Going
she see her
everywhere.
auntie, she's with a new man. And a matter of fact, in the movie, she was with him for a period of time, the guy she's kind of falling for.
That's who she
Um,
showed up at the wedding with the guy, y'all. She
oh,
showed
I
up
like
at the
that part.
wedding.
Wait, just remember that part when that song came on? And uh, how does it go? The time of my life. Remember?
Yeah, that's all about that. Yeah, and she fell, and her dress came down, and she fell on the floor. First of all, her dress was already messed up, but that wasn't even her
Yeah,
dress.
yeah.
But
But that was hilarious. Here
yeah,
he is, like, come on, I'm gonna catch you, and she
he said,
getting
"Baby
ready.
didn't fall on the floor."
Yeah, everybody clapping, and she running into his arms, and he trying to hold her up, and her boobies was falling out. It was good writing. It was funny, and I gave it a 5 because I think people could relate to, just the feeling of, it's not that you're ugly or you're not interesting or you can't get a date. It's just hard to find somebody. You know what I'm
It's hard to
saying?
find somebody that will accept your flaws and just be like,
Yeah.
you can be regular with.
You hear me, family?
You can lay down,
Right,
keep your hair. You can lay your hair down. You can just be yourself. Like, I
right,
don't always have to twist my locks up. Like, I don't always
right,
have to,
right.
wear earrings. Maybe if I
Exactly.
don't feel like wearing a dang on earring, maybe if I don't feel like putting on no clothes, I can just put on my pajamas and you come over and
Exactly.
chill. But I'm still
Exactly.
presentable. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she
And
just
it's,
was
yeah.
able to be herself, and all the boy, and they could just really express themselves. And that's what's wrong with a lot of relationships, because you
Right.
all are in that awkward stage, and y'all stay in that awkward stage for years and years and
Right.
years, because you all
Right.
don't really take time to get to know each other,
Yeah.
which is why
And
the
the
couples in the
right.
movie found out that they really didn't know each other, because they didn't go through what they went through, and they
Right.
found out that through watching them, that they really needed help and counseling in their relationships,
Right.
because they wasn't able to let down their hair, just like the little squeaky girlfriend or fiance of the brothers were not
Oh
wife.
yeah.
She
Right.
wasn't able to be herself. The wife didn't never,
Exactly.
the husband wasn't really around like she wanted him to be, right? And
Right.
so she needed that. So they wasn't able to really express themselves and to tell each other, well, I like this or I don't like this.
But
And
here,
they were able to do that because they didn't give a damn. You know what I mean?
right. But here it is. Let me just say this, because this is what I find in a lot of relationships. And I think one of the biggest problems, you guys are probably to relate to what I'm saying. The biggest problem in some of these relationships are people are not honest. If you want to get married and the person you're dating says, well, I'm not looking for marriage, most likely you'll say, oh, neither am I. But you need to be honest on what you want. You know what I'm saying? People don't, you know, they date and they think they found the right person, but this person is not even interested in maybe not even a second date with you, or they're just interested in just getting fulfilled, or they just, you know what I'm saying, they're not serious. They don't, or they don't have money. You know, especially today. A lot of men and women are having issues because there's no money. I can't support, because the whole thing is when you get married, the man's supposed to support the woman, most likely. I mean, we know it's 50-50. We know you come together, but really it's on the man. And men feel that stress of
In most
I can
relationships,
afford
some of these people they'll let their woman take care of them, but I ain't gonna
it. Right,
bust
right,
the ones out that
right,
will. But hey,
right.
go ahead,
And the,
sis. I'm sorry.
and the problem with that is when you take care of a man's nature is to be the caretaker. And when he starts kicking his feet up, like, yeah, 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 I'm driving her car, and yeah, she working, she at the job, and matter of fact, I'm not even watching the kids. They drop the kids off, she at work, and I'm kicking it up. They're doing all this. Not all men. I'm talking about some. I'm talking about the ones that like to be taken care of. The problem with that is
Women, the
the
women.
women, yeah, the women suffer more. They think, oh, I got a man though. I got a man though. No, you don't. What you are is a slave, because the problem is a man in its nature cannot appreciate that. So he becomes resentful to you because every time he needs something, he's coming to you for money, right? I need gas. I need this. And even though you're doing all the work and you're like, I got this, honey, and blah, 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 he can't appreciate it as a man in his spirit because it's off. You know what I'm saying? So now he don't like you. So now he wants to talk to another woman, right? He feels because he
That can
you
treat him
know,
like a man,
yeah.
and
Come on,
you take his masculinity away.
come
You
on.
emasculate him.
Say that.
You make him like a woman. Basically, you the man and he the woman.
Come on. Just
So
like my he
how does
like my
it work? Now, how's that gonna work? Because you taking all
exactly.
his manlyhood from him because you want him to
Exactly.
take
Yeah,
care of him,
exactly.
pay all the
As
bills.
my Hebrew brothers would say, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Wait, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me
Let me
show
show
y'all
y'all
what I
what I
can
can
do
do
with my
with my
new
new
mic.
mic. But check this out, family. I have to run, and I am sorry, Dr. Amir. The phone is ringing
No,
off
it's
the hook. I
totally
got to,
understandable.
that
No,
I've been trying to get. Yeah.
it's totally understandable. Go ahead, sis. I appreciate you blessing us with
Hey,
your
if
beautiful
you're around
presence.
tonight, I'm going to be in the Bay Area. I'll bring my stuff. We could go live tonight, just hanging out, talking about whatever. Let me know.
I
Let
might
me know.
do that. Yes, or you go live. I might jump on there. How about that?
No, you go live. I jump
Okay.
on the mid channel.
I
You go
might
on
need
mid
to.
channel.
I ain't been asleep yet, so I might need to take me a couple of hours. I might have to take me a look because I've been up watching movies. Y'all done got obsessed. After I done watched this movie, I started watching more, but we'll talk
Yeah.
about that
Well,
later.
what we'll do is what sometime this week. Now that my mom is going through her rehabilitation, I have time now, so we could probably go live again, and we'll just catch up
I got
because
you.
we need to talk about this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We need to talk about this holiday. You know what I'm saying? Are we dating just on the holiday now?
Some
Is
people,
that
some
the
people
new?
only date then. Shoot. Now, holiday back in my day, holidays was when people would break up, so they ain't have to buy your butt no gift. But we, I done had so many girlfriends that man break up with them. This what happened to me one year. I remember I was with my ex, and I was thinking he was gonna ask me to marry him. Shoot, I ain't getting no wedding ring. I was like, it's over, sucker. But he
Oh,
wound up asking.
Sugar Love. Okay, Sugar Love. Well, maybe all of us tonight, if you up for it, or tomorrow, me, you, and Sugar Love can talk about how we're feeling about this love thing
Yes,
before and after. Because I got some stories. Okay, before I
I
got
got a
married,
lot of stories. I'm trying to
well,
tell you, I have y'all cracking up.
and y'all know I got married in my 50s. Okay, because it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? With these jokers playing games with Sister Angel, thinking I'm they didn't realize what type of I was a real Christian. Okay, sometimes I think they could play a game on some of these fake Christians.
I
Then they
was one of
found
them.
out, oh, she for real. Oh, she for real.
I
Yeah.
was always a person that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be by myself. And then I end up married. I'm like, damn, am I married?
That's
All
what
I
I
said,
said.
I was gonna be by
Yeah.
myself. Why are you here? How
Yeah.
did you wait a minute? How did you get here?
Yeah, that's
What
how
are
I
you
was,
doing
sis.
here?
I was like singles the new marriage. What's up? What's wrong with y'all?
Right.
I
I'm
was
like,
like, what?
what's wrong? My
But
husband
in there.
is
You
weird.
got
He's
in.
like, now you straight, ain't you? Well, what's wrong with you getting a man? I was like,
Come on.
yeah, I'm straight. What you mean?
But I am so happy because with this whole COVID-19 thing, they're not letting nobody visit nobody in the hospitals and stuff. But now that they're moving my mom to do her rehabilitation, they need someone to come in at admins. So I get to see my mom. I'm so happy. So I said, yeah, I'm coming down there. It'll be a couple of hour drive, but if I can see my mama,
Go see your mama. We'll and tell us what happened when you get back.
whoop, 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 I'm happy, bro. All right, family. I love y'all. Hopefully we'll be on later tonight. Maybe after you rest up. That'd probably be good for me because I probably won't be back till a little later.
Just hit me
Like
up on the
7.
email when you're ready. I'm
Okay,
not
yeah.
going. I'm gonna finish, y'all. I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, you got a chance, Sugar Love. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Give me something to talk about. Get that microphone. Come on. Give me
Give
something.
us something to talk about. Wait, wait. Give them something to talk about. I
Hey.
am so in love with you. Come on, baby. Whatever you want to do, it's all right with me.
Everybody.
You make me feel so brand new.
Dr. Mira, remember that?
I want to spend my whole life with you. And said and sings. No, baby. Since
Baby.
we've been together,
Everybody, come on.
loving you
Loving me
forever. Oh,
is
that's
all
all
right.
I need.
Hey, get it?
You make me feel
So,
new. And
don't y'all hate
I want to spend my whole life with you. Come on, y'all sing with me. Yes. Let's stay together.
together. Come on.
Loving you forever.
Ever.
Y'all almost did the Tina Turner version. I had to say, wait a minute.
Man, we got to get you a check, Dr. Mira. That was some good singing.
I'm trying to tell
I,
you,
I know there's somebody. I know there's somebody out there saying I got to get that download. I got to get the download on this. Y'all better get the download quick on this. This is like something you're not gonna see.
This is classic. This is classic feeling.
Classic singing. All right, family. Love you guys. I better head on out. I will email you when I get back. What? Peace.
All right.
Peace. Good to see you, Sugar Love. And
I
Tony
never
T.
yet,
and
y'all.
Coco
Don't y'all
Tony
leave
T.
now. Don't y'all leave Sister Angel leaving. I'm not leaving. I gotta finish.
Yeah. You finish it up. I'll be
All
listening.
right.
Peace out. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. Now, where I left off at, okay? I know some of y'all thought we was going, but I ain't going nowhere. Y'all thought y'all forgot about me, but I'm here to stay. Okay. Come back. Okay, anyway. So what happened from there? So once they went to the wedding, the aunt, of course, I ain't done. Oh, yes, Sister Angel gone, yeah. So the aunt, of course, she is going through this whole little thing where she's trying to suck on his finger. Now, remember I told you that the doctor that she had brought actually sewed his finger up. Okay, he's the one when his finger broke off, when it blew off. The doctor that she brought to the party that her mom had been trying to set up with was the one that sewed her finger back on. Okay, so So his finger back on. So from there, she brought him to the party, and so she's trying to use the doctor to make him jealous. The aunt is he's trying to use the aunt to make her jealous. It's just weird. So he's at the party with the aunt. So finally, when they turn around, the aunt and the doctor is dancing. So they done fell in love, y'all. The aunt and the doctor has fallen in love right there on the dance floor. What was that one song? They fell in love on the dance floor. What was it, Usher? In Love in This Club. What was that song? Love in This Club. I see you love to be here. You love to be me. Tony T. Yeah. I see you, girl. I see y'all. So, of course, they fall in love. They do this whole little I fall in love, I spot thing, right? So after they fall in love, right, they go from there. And once they do that, so she's like, really? So, of course, he takes her home or whatever. Long story short, toward the end, okay, so she talks about another holiday because now she doesn't have the doctor. Yeah, Usher. So now she don't have the doctor to try and make him jealous. So from there, they decide to meet up for Thanksgiving. So they meet up for Thanksgiving, and he shows up. And of course, even the little girl, even her little niece is telling her, look, you like him. Y'all care about each other. What is the problem? So even the mother talks. So the auntie shows up with another guy. So the other guy's kind of older gentleman, and he looking at her mom like, yeah, I like a little burnt turkey. She's like, you ain't gonna do no but burn it. Like I said, she burns stuff up all the time. So she burns his turkey up, y'all, okay? She burns it up, and he's like, that's okay. He has a heart attack. The aunt's like, I don't want to go to him with no hospital. So she makes her jump in the ambulance. So they follow her to the hospital, and she makes her niece get in there. So of course, who's there getting ready to diagnose the guy that she brought there? His name was I don't even remember. She had it written on her arm because she could never remember his name anyway. I can't remember her name. She couldn't remember his name, right? So they get to this So they get to the hospital, and the doctor shows up. And so he's like, okay, whatever. And he's looking at her with an attitude or whatever. And he's like, well, you here with, boy or whatever. She's like, no, well, yeah, he's a family friend. Long story short, she's like, the niece says, hey, you need to tell him that you like him. So she finally tells him, and they kiss in the middle, and she puts her leg around him while he's at work, and they getting freaky. Can we get freaky tonight? I see my friends on my side. Anyway. Ooh, what have you told me, y'all? Lord. What? Excuse me. Anyway, so from there, they go and do their thing, okay? And so, of course, flashback, it's been a few months, past. Of course, they get into it on Thanksgiving. He leaves, and and it's just horrible from there. And because she won't admit that she has feelings for him, and he won't admit because he's telling her he has feelings at this point. He's trying to tell her, of course, she doesn't want to listen. Then he kind of clowns her a little bit. So from there, once that had taken place, they go to a situation where she sees him at the wall. They're looking at each other. She's going up one opposite end of the escalator. He's going up the other opposite end of the escalator. They're looking at each other. And aunt is like, hey, everybody, there's some other stuff happening between them, but I'm not telling y'all everything, but I'm telling y'all enough for y'all want to go see it, okay? So she sees him at the mall, and of course she passes by, and then everybody says, go get him. So she starts going back, knocking everybody down, knocking everybody's bags down on the escalator, which I would have decked her because I don't like escalators, by the way, for the record. I'm like, be still, don't nobody move. I'm one of them, like, don't move. Because I'd have been in a situation where the whole escalator just stopped, okay? I mean, it was like really high, like a freaking roller coaster. But anyway, so once that had taken place, she starts going after him, and she starts calling his name. He can't hear. And of course, it's Christmas time, so they got this choir. And so she's like, I forgot whatever his name was. And she was like, hey, you. And the choir was like, and said it forward out loud. And so, of course, he turns around, here's the choir. She takes the little mic like I do. And she's like, look, I effed up. I fucked up, right? And so, there's children there, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, messed up. So She texted Mike. She started divulging how much she loves this guy and how he looks good to her, whatever. And so he turns around and looks at her like she's crazy. And then he started trying to walk away like he was getting ready to walk out on her. But he's like, I'm just kidding. And he came up to her and they started kissing in front of the mall. And everybody's clapping, the usual stuff. I wonder if I ever did that where people actually start turning around and clapping and whatever. Because I always, let me tell y'all something. I'm a hopeless romantic, okay, at heart. And I just sometimes, I just wish my husband would do something like that. He just be like, man, I'm not doing, he's just not, that's just not him. His romance is he is romantic, but it's just not in that way. Not like that, But I would really like that sometimes. He's bought me roses. He does great things. Excellent, great husband. Excellent husband. But I'm just saying, like I told y'all, the whole promote, the whole engagement process. I wish I would. I didn't even know I was engaged, first of all. Okay. So that should tell you something, But anyway, that's enough about my problems. But anyway, so when I watch these movies like this, it just makes me go, oh, I wish that would happen to me. But they don't. I just end up married. I'm like, how did I get married? But anyway, so once he, they realize everything, and so of course the mother gets with the old guy they had the heart attack that the aunt was with. The aunt gets with the doctor, and of course her brother and her sister-in-law are together. They're getting counseling, and she's able to express herself. And of course, her sister, who kissed the Black Panther guy dude, actually his best friend, actually her and her husband started really, connecting better and expressing themselves. And then, of course, because they really didn't know each other after all, right? And so then, of course, check this out. The Black Panther dude ended up with the girl that old boy was with at first. The end. So that's pretty much the movie. I would recommend that you guys see it. I would recommend that I'm going to make my husband watch it. When he least expects, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm just coming across this movie. I'm just gonna go, put it on. Don't try to tell him I said it. Don't. If anybody that knows my husband, I repeat, I will hunt you down and get you and beat you up if you tell him what I'm gonna do. I really want him to see this movie. It's certain movies I would pick for him to watch because I want him to take heed. Like, listen, buddy, you see all this romantical stuff going on. This is what romance is. It's not telling your woman one day y'all getting married and saying, well, and just looking at me one day and saying, oh, we're going to get married close to the time that you move down here. That does not state romance. Am I right? But anyway, that's, neither here nor there. And, I like celebrations. I like doing this big old to-do. He's a Leo. He's not doing all that. He will sometimes. He would do it just for me, but he'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm just. And then he'll do it. Okay, this is him too. He'll do it, and then he'll look at me and say, well, I just did this for you, right? You don't have to tell me that you just did something for me. Just do it. Well, I did this for you. I did this celebrate. I don't really celebrate. Every his birthday, I'm like, baby, we're gonna celebrate your birthday. We're gonna do this for you. I just did this for you. Cause I really don't want to know my birthday. I just want to sit down and watch TV. What? But whatever. Anyway, thank you all for coming by. Hopefully you all check out us from now on. We really enjoy tuning into movies and getting to know our audience. And hopefully y'all appreciate the words that are coming out of the mouth, because I really appreciate all you all who have been in this room. And please give your girl a like. Because, I need likes. Don't y'all think so? Everybody say they want my channel to grow, but yet I ain't got no likes. Come on, y'all. Give a sister a like. Give a sister a like. What I got to do? Do I got to sing some Al Green for y'all to give y'all? I'm going to sing. That's what I'm going to do. Because y'all don't want to give me a like, so I'm just going to go, ooh. I'm going to sing. I'll sing opera for y'all. And y'all know I can't sing. Y'all know that, right? Anyway, it's something about this mic. When you sit a mic in front of somebody's face, they feel like they just want to sing. But in a former life, I'm sure I could sing. I just always had a song in my heart I just always had a song in my heart, but it just never sounded good. But, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. I really appreciate y'all. And you know, listen to what the man said.
You're watching Dr. Abira and Confront. #DRASK. #Queen of Weirdos.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with the natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kwali here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. No machine.